a jig and laughed and sang new songs.
Alright guys, today's pretty exciting because I had a really hard semester at school and it's finally over. I had worked the past couple days and today I'm doing something that for me says that it's summertime, like it's a celebration of summer, and that is summiting a mountain. And the first one that always ice offs every year, and I do the same thing every single year for the past, like, I think it's almost 5 summers now that I've been in Utah, is hike Mount Olympus. Mount Olympus, I always joke around saying it's the easiest one of the Wasatch. It's definitely not easy. When you do some of the other ones where you're kind of risking your life crawling around on rocks and stuff with exposure, meaning you could fall off a 2,000-foot cliff, that's why I think Mount Olympus is easy, because it's low stress as far as falling off rocks to your death. But on the flip side, you gain 4,000 vertical feet going up in only like 3.5 miles distance. So if you think about that, if you divide the vertical feet by the miles, you're pretty much stair-stepping the entire time. And it's not like a stair-stepper at a gym, it's like big stair steps going straight up this mountain. So it's probably one of the like steepest it is actually, I'm pretty sure it is the steepest per distance that you're going as far as summits right here in the Wasatch. Salt Lake Valley is right behind me. I just parked my truck on the side of the road. There's a lot of trucks here. The cool thing is that a lot of these people are just doing the Bonneville Shoreline Trail. So not everyone most people that are at this trailhead aren't doing Mount Olympus. Mount Olympus is pretty gnarly. But let's get started. Let me show you what it's all about. Whew. So I'm not even that far into it, but it's really hot. That officer that was driving up as I was ready to hike out was so nice. I asked him if I was okay to park there because I was kind of on the side of the road. Every parking spot was full because it's a Sunday, and he was so nice. He was like, yep, you can park there. You have enough water? Because it's really hot and there's no shade. And I was like, yep, I got some extras. But he brings a good point. If you're going to do this hike, you really do need to bring a lot of water. As you can see, I'm out of breath. I'm not even that far into it. There's no shade the whole time, which is what can make it technically dangerous for like heat exhaustion and stuff. Plus you're gaining a lot of elevation in a short distance, so I'm just gonna keep on trekking. It's gonna be a beast, but my reward is the view at the top and running down. I usually run down, it doesn't take nearly as long as going up. I better put some sunscreen on. The flat part. Check out that waterfall. Spring runoff.
Oh, stop turning around.
So pretty. Flowing pretty good this time of year with the spring runoff. Let's check it out. So I feel like being at the creek is a good place to be already because it means I've done a decent distance and it doesn't feel like it's been that long. Even though I look like I'm sweating bullets and I'm burnt already, but it's a good place to be in. There's pollen blowing everywhere. Hopefully this doesn't start my allergies for the year. Usually at some point I do get them every year. Look how pretty. Okay, I'm covering ground after the creek. It does get quite a bit more rocky. A little bit steeper. We're not even to the hard part yet. But check out this view, hold on. Beautiful. So pretty. I love it here. Cheers with my coffee. Starting to kick up a gear. Still going strong. I think I have a mile and a half left of this stair stepper stuff. Okay, still going straight up. Check out that view. Whew. That's hot. I'm thinking I have less than a mile and a little bit of a scramble. Then I'll be there. Haven't even taken any breaks because I'm weird like that. I like to push through and brake when I get to the top. So I've been going at a good speed, which is good for my first summit hike of the year. They're not easy. That's why I wore my gaiters. Sure enough, here's some. Still got a long ways to go. It's kind of like a false summit right there. The summit's higher than that. Getting there. Look at that beast. Video doesn't do it justice. So how cool is this? This is my first time taking my new coral Orca Cooler cup on a hike. I've been out here for 3 hours now and look how much ice I have. That's literally as much ice as I started out with my iced coffee, which I drank it all, put a little water in there to clean it. Now I'm gonna fill it up with some water and stay hydrated and then go up there. So that's Big Cottonwood Canyon's Twin Peaks right there. You can see the backside of Superior and Monte Cristo, Dromedary, Lone Peak, and you can't see the little Cottonwood ones because the other ones are blocking them, but the little Cottonwood ones are some of my favorite. I've hiked to the top of pretty much all of these, 11,000 plus feet. So this is the last little section. Steep and bouldery, but not bad. All right, out of breath, but I'm almost to the top. They consider this a class 3 scramble. I would say it's a class 2, based on some of the other class 3s I've done. Class 3 goes from 1 to 5, 5 being pretty much you're gonna die without a rope climbing up something. Not necessarily, but 4 is super sketchy. 3 is moderately sketchy, usually with lots of cliff exposure. And like I said here, the cliff exposure isn't awful. It's not perfect. There's still plenty of spots you don't want to fall, but it's not as bad as some of the other class 3s I've done. Just climbing up stuff like this. Almost there. Made it to the top. All that work for this right here. You can see there's people standing over there by the summit box. There's the city. There's Big Cottonwood Canyon. It took me, now on the dot, so it took me exactly 3 hours. It's not bad. I didn't even try to hike it fast. I just didn't stop at all except once to fill up my water bottle. Which ones are good or bad?
He's big.
He is big. Cool. He's looking for dinner. Well, that was a lovely day. I'm almost to the bottom. I've been running this whole time. Just stopped for a second to make a little video. I saw a snake, that was cool. I love snakes. But yeah, that was an awesome day. I just love summiting mountains so much. Just in case you're wondering what you would need to bring with you to hike Mount Olympus, plenty of water. I only drank about 1 bigger bottle today and a full thing of coffee. And that's not a lot, but I am going to hydrate a lot afterwards. I have some Enduro in my backpack that I plan on pouring in some ice when I get to my truck. So gonna rehydrate with that. Make sure you have some food. So I'm hiking in just a crop top and some shorts, so you don't need any technical gear. I like hiking in shorts because I have pockets. So I'm wearing my running shoes with my gaiters, just because I figured there'd be snow at such high elevation at the top, and there was a little bit, not so bad. Make sure to read up on the hike a little bit too before you go on it, because there's a couple splits for the Bonneville Shoreline Trail, and you don't want to go the wrong way and waste your energy. They're pretty well labeled, but if you don't know what you're looking for, you might want to just read a little trail thing about it real quick before you go. But if you've ever wanted to summit a mountain and you're in the Salt Lake area or the Utah area in general, I would suggest doing this one first. It is steep, and the scramble sucks at some points. It's big rocks that you're climbing up, but at the end of the day, it's safe. And that's why you should do it first, because the other ones I do aren't as safe as this one. And you want to know what to expect by doing a safe summit before you go do one of the sketchier ones that I just happen to call my favorite. So it's only 4 o'clock. I started at 11. I'm at the bottom pretty much now, so for 5 hours round trip, and it took me only, 3 hours to get to the saddle, which is the majority of the hike. The scramble after that is only about a quarter mile, but it just takes a long time because you're using your hands and feet. So give yourself plenty of time just so you're not rushing, and so that you can have a good time and enjoy it, because you're in nature and it's beautiful, and your legs are getting the killer workout stepping up all those big ass rocks. Look at those big old quads, meant for the mountain. Made it down. So before I say goodbye, let's talk about some of the gear I used for this hike, just so you kind of know also what kind of gear to use, or what kind of gear I like to use. So let's start. Well, I had my Sitka gaiters, like I said. I have my On Track Outdoors hat, in case you were wondering where that's from. I believe that's coming soon in a pre-order. I really like that one. I really like the color. It'll go well with hunting clothes. And then, my truck's a mess, don't mind me. Let me switch the frame around for this. So for my backpack for this trip, I used my Rockagator waterproof pack. This is the black one with the green logo on it. Super cool. I didn't barely have much in it either, but just a couple water bottles, my camera, and my new Orca. So yeah, that's literally about it. Some food and water. That's it. So that backpack's been really nice because it's really versatile. Like, I can use it fishing, hiking, camping, hunting, anything, which is awesome. And I love that it keeps my stuff clean. I definitely got a little bit of sun. Oops, hopefully I don't get a sunglass tan line. That's it for this video. I do have some discount codes with the companies I mentioned. On Track Outdoors, you can use Bridget10 for 10% off always. And Rockagator, you can use Bridget20 for 20% off at rockagator.com for Rockagator, Bridget20, and at ontrackoutdoors.com, Bridget10 for On Track Outdoors. So yeah, lots of cool videos to come, guys, and that's about it. Thanks again, guys. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.